Hey, welcome back. We're the Kanpai guys. We Kanpai, so you don't have to.
Unless you want to.
Today we're going to talk about the notorious Ozeki One Cup sake. Okay, so Alex, have you ever had Ozeki One Cup sake?
I've had it like once, maybe. It's something you see around a lot. When I say around, I mean like in public parks next to sleeping homeless people.
It's a bit like lost gloves or socks on the floor. You just see like empty glasses just on the street a lot. Yeah.
I don't know much about One Cup Ozeki, but coming from, again, someone who knows nothing about it, I kind of imagine this as being the bottom of the barrel of Nihonshu. I don't know how much lower you can go than this.
I think you can go lower.
Really?
I've been lower. How about Onikoroshi, which comes with a straw in a cardboard carton?
Oh, that's right. You can get sake here in like paper like juice boxes.
Yeah.
With a straw.
And there's actually one lower than Onikoroshi as well.
Really?
Believe it or not, I've had a 500 yen 2 litre carton of sake before. 500 yen.
Oh my gosh.
Basically, that level of sake is just like cooking sake.
Right, yes.
Because there's cooking sake and there's drinking sake.
The cooking sake usually comes in like the big carton, right?
Yeah, or it comes in like a plastic bottle,
like
a 2 litre bottle.
Maybe people living not in Japan, when you hear sake, you might think like a nice, beautiful, expensive bottle of, Nihonshu. But yeah, it can go the other direction too.
It can go very in the other direction, that's for sure. Yeah, guys, remember, in Japanese, sake means alcohol. It doesn't necessarily mean Nihonshu or Japanese rice wine. So the word for rice wine is Nihonshu, or Japanese wine, or Japanese alcohol. So Ozeki is a kind of rice sake. The One Cup, we call it a One Cup in Japan because it basically means like a one serving glass cup, and it has like a plastic cap that you pop off, and then you has like a ring pull that you tear off. And you can find it in vending machines in hotels and convenience stores. You can also buy it in supermarkets.
Yeah, you can, yes.
This one is not, it's cheap, but there are cheaper ones. So,
from my understanding, it's about, 100 yen?
No, this one is 240 yen.
Okay. So it's not as cheap as I imagined.
No, the normal, the red label one is cheaper.
Okay.
It's 200 yen. And you can get 100 to 150 yen One Cup. And they have one higher than this, which is Ozeki Premium, which is about 300 yen, same size. Have you ever bought this?
I have once.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to clarify, I'm not a huge Japanese sake person. I tend to be very weak with it. I will feel pretty lousy the next day when I drink it, even if it's just a little bit. I haven't gone into the world of Japanese sake enough to really differentiate between the good stuff and, let's say, the One Cup stuff.
Sure. Before I moved to Japan, I didn't know anything about sake, so these were the kind of sakes I would drink, because this is entry level, beginner level, everyday sake.
Okay.
Now, I've lived in Japan almost a decade, so this would be something I would drink in a hotel.
Okay.
On a business, not a business trip, but just staying in a hotel and I just want to drink like a little bit.
So it's for when you're in a pinch.
Not in a pinch. Like I want convenience.
Okay.
I don't want to buy a whole bottle.
Gotcha.
Bottle,
okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's for the train ride home.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
This is never sold chilled in convenience stores. It's always just on the shelf, so you always can get it room temperature.
Yeah.
But personally, I like the cheaper sake to be chilled. It just takes the edge off it a little bit. Of course, like more expensive sake, you can drink room temperature or hot or something like that. But this one, I'd prefer to drink chilled. Okay. I know you prefer room temperature generally.
Usually, I prefer sake room temperature.
Yeah, in Japan there are two common words for the temperature of sake. So one is hiade. Hiade means chilled, like refrigerated, and like heated up, not boiled, but like pretty hot. The atsakam. Be aware they might ask you sometimes, do you want it cold or do you want it hot in restaurants or izakayas?
And different variations benefit from different serving styles. So.
Sure, yep. Okay, so just to give a brief history of Ozeki. So this was the first Nihonshu or sake to be made outside of Japan in the US. And it's been made since 1979 in California, I believe.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, so it has some significance historically.
It was originally started in 1711. And
wow, okay.
Up to pretty long history. Up to 1811, the brewery was called Manuel, and the name Ozeki comes from that village's or that area's sumo tournament. So the winner of the tournament would be called Odeki.
Okay.
I think Odeki comes from like Dekiru, maybe.
I was thinking like, is it from Dekiru or?
Maybe, yeah. I think it's an older word, obviously. So. Maybe O is the
the honor in it, the honorific.
Yeah. So it means one of the words lots of people use in Japan. Good job. So Ozeki sounds like Odeki. Good job.
Okay.
So they believe that by having this name, they should continue doing a good job at brewing sake.
So a very positive meaning here.
Yeah.
If you can drink this and go to work the next morning, Odeki.
Nice. So we're also going to be first sampling the sake and then trying it with this.
That's right. We haven't even talked about this thing yet.
You've probably been looking at this the whole time. What is this?
What is this?
This looks like noodles, right? Like instant noodles. That's what it is. But it has the Ozeki sign on the front.
It's labeled as cup men, meaning cup noodle. What kind of cup noodle is this?
This is a kind of instant yakisoba, and it doesn't have the sake taste per se, but it contains sake lees, or sake kas in Japanese.
Okay, lees. I don't know. What is that?
Lees, English spelling Lees, so it means like the impurities or kind of the stuff that they kind of throw away that comes out. For example, when you make tofu, you get like some impurities. When you boil meat.
Oh, like if you boil chicken, like
yeah,
like the top.
Right.
It sits on top of the water in the pot that you gotta scrape out.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, this sounds super appetizing. What are we getting into today?
They also use that word for tempura, tenkas.
Okay.
Which is the little pieces like when you fry French fries or battered chicken, and in the oil there are little pieces of like, little fried bits. And we put that in okonomiyaki, right? Tenkas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's tenkas. Yeah. So actually,
leftovers.
Yeah, leftovers.
Impurities. Impurities kind of has like a pretty negative connotation to it, though.
I guess with sake making, it's more impurities than like tempura. That's just pieces of batter. So it's the stuff they would just skim off the top, basically. But they do use that sake kas to ferment vegetables. So a lot of fermented pickles in Japan. You'll often see the cucumber in like a brown liquid, look like a mud. That's sake kas.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So this is not the first time I've had sake kas in noodles. Yeah, I went to Kyoto, and near the Gekkekan sake brewery, there's a ramen shop, and he adds sake kas to his ramen. So it gives it like a mild sake alcoholic taste, but it's not alcoholic.
Interesting. So the flavor's there, but there's no alcohol to it, really. Okay. That sounds good, actually.
Yeah. So it could add like a slightly fermented, funky, rich taste. So we'll see if we can taste it.
I will say at first glance, it's a very clear sake.
For me, this is a very familiar taste. If I left Japan for a few years and came back, I would not have forgotten this taste. It's
very natsukashi taste.
Indeed. Yeah. Okay. Taste of home.
Okay.
What's interesting about Nihonshu is it's nowhere near as high alcohol content as whiskey or something like that.
It's not, but it hits so much harder.
It does, yeah. It does hit you.
I'd say it's on the sweet side.
I haven't read a lot of opinion on Ozeki because it's such like a low level sake. But for me, it's on the sweeter side.
I don't know. It tastes very smooth and sweet to me. And it definitely tastes like it'll wreck you.
Hurt you.
If you drink too much.
For sure, yeah.
Like drinking like $5 vodka. That kind of thing.
I think I've drunk like 3 of these at one time.
I could not do that.
It's like, this tastes like something I would drink after like taking a onsen, a hot spring in like a business hotel.
Okay.
I'm just sitting in my room after.
Yeah.
Before going out. So yeah.
It does seem like a good drink to go with post onsen relaxing time. Like if you're feeling very like refreshed, like right out of the bath.
I've had this many times on the bus too. Like a long bus journey to Osaka or to Fukuoka. Yeah. Just to get the holiday going. Do you want to do a Kanpai rating before we try the noodle?
I would say it tastes smoother than it looks. I'd give it a 5.
5?
Yeah.
I'd probably give it a 6 for 1 cup sake.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I've had better, I've had worse. Okay, so we've made the sake kas noodles, cup of noodles. I was actually mistaken, this is not a yakisoba, so not a Worcester sauce flavour. This is a maze soba.
Okay, what is a maze soba?
It's kind of a new thing actually, but it's very popular in Japan. So it's noodles usually with some kind of oily sauce. Usually just a little sauce, so it's a dry noodle. And it comes with some meat and vegetables, and you basically mix it up. So maze in Japanese means mix, so mix the noodles. It's usually on the oily side. Okay. So they're gonna add some pork fat or something like that. So it's usually quite rich taste.
Gotcha. So yakisoba is usually fried before it's served.
Yes, yeah, with Worcester sauce,
okay.
Like on okonomiyaki. This is not fried,
okay.
So it's like ramen noodles boiled in the bowl with seasonings that you mix up. So this could be more oily than like a fried noodle.
Okay, I will say, after prepping everything, it smells nothing like yakisoba.
No, it smells like maze soba.
Has a very like sweet, almost like fruity smell to it.
Yeah. There's a little like piggy, fatty smell to it. So this actually only had 1 sachet inside. The noodles had the cabbage and the pork already added, and all I did was boiled water for 3 minutes. Added the water, drained it, and then mixed in the sauce. When I opened the sauce, it had like a little like soy sauce looking sauce come out, and then like white fat or something like that.
Awesome.
But I'm guessing that's the sakekas.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And for the record, we checked the ingredients. This contains 0.1% alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So essentially
Zero alcohol.
zero.
Yeah. Already mixed, so you don't have to maze. So
No maze today.
let's try it out. Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu. Yeah, compared to yakisoba, it tastes very dry.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I like dry noodles.
Yeah, if you like dry noodles, no sauce noodle, Imazu soba is good for you.
Okay, it's quite salty.
I get the sakekas.
Do you?
Yeah.
I definitely get it from the aroma.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I would have to actually try the sakekas and something else to compare it. I can't really identify it in the flavor. But there is a sweetness to it.
Is there some kind of unknown flavour in the background?
There's something different about it. Yeah. So that would be the sakekas. Okay. It's good. I like it a lot.
Can you tell that it's this brand?
Hell no. There's no way I'd be able to guess that.
I don't think that's the point of it, to be honest. I don't think they think anyone's going to know that Ozeki added their sakekas to this.
Right. I'm sure it's just like a good branding opportunity.
Collaboration.
Yeah. I'm going to try a sip.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good point.
One cup. And then try.
Let's try the sip.
And
Yeah.
it definitely pairs well together. Probably better than like beer or anything else, really.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Really good pairing.
Usually when I have Imazu soba, I have it with beer.
Really?
It definitely has a very light, fermented, sweet something in the background.
Yeah, I suppose the aftertaste of the one cup and the aftertaste of the soba are kind of similar.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's definitely there. There's definitely something that Ozeki have put in this.
It's very unique.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I would buy this again.
Would you? Yeah. I have to say, I like the simplicity of it. Everything is very well balanced. Occasionally you get a little bit of meat taste, and you get like the sweet, fermented taste, bit of cabbage.
Yeah.
So
it's not too much of anything.
the noodle texture is very nice as well.
It is.
Very chewy. I did cook it slightly under 3 minutes to make the noodles chewy.
Good. Yeah, I like it like that.
For me, if it says 3 minutes, I would do it for 2 minutes 30 seconds. If it says 4 minutes, I would do it for 3 minutes. That's usually how I do it.
Yeah, I would buy this again.
Me too. Unfortunately, you can't.
What?
It's a limited item. So
It's gone? It's finished?
it's cool. I think we're the last people in Japan doing this.
So it's now extinct, basically.
Yeah. Unless you go on Amazon and pay 2,000 yen for one.
Okay. I don't like it that much.
That said, do you think they should make it a permanent thing?
Yeah, they should bring it back.
Yeah.
It's an interesting idea. It's tasty. It's better than other ones on the market.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
So, and I can see a market for sakekas in noodles. As I mentioned to you, I already went to a ramen shop that's very popular in Kyoto that uses sakekas. So, and a lot of Japanese people have like a very healthy image of sakekas, like miso. My wife has told me
having health benefits. So.
Yeah, my wife has told me if you put sakekas into miso soup, it makes it even healthier. It's already healthy, but it's
bonus boost. Well, I gave the cup Ozeki 5 Kanpais.
You did?
I would give the noodle version 7. 7 Kanpais for the noodles.
Yeah. I give it 8.
Okay.
8 Kanpais.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I wasn't really expecting to get the sakekas, but I did. But I think that might be because I've had it before in noodles.
Gotcha. Okay, so you kind of knew what to expect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is new territory for me. And it was very oily. Like, my mouth is still caked.
Kind of got a sheen.
Yeah, there's a sheen.
I guess abara soba also has that too. There's another kind of mixed soba in Japan called abara soba. Abara means fat or oil, and abara soba is even oilier than maze soba.
Imagine eating like butter noodles or something.
Yeah,
it's
just
similar.
Like melted pork fat into noodles.
Yeah.
So it's very, very popular. Too. Yeah,
good stuff.
Abara soba shops, just like popping up everywhere.
Yeah. Popping up like little pimples around town.
So if you're living overseas, maybe open an abara soba shop.
Yeah, you can start something big.
Start the contagion in America.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this one, please give us a like. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. We'll continue with videos like this in the future. More food, more drinks, and maybe a few surprises too.
Sometimes we have a live stream, so if you want to be notified of that, please touch the bell notification icon too, and you also know when our new videos like this are going up. Hey guys, see you on the next episode of Kanpai Guys.
See ya.